Hi, welcome to Financial Accounting. This course will provide you with a basic understanding of the terminology, processes, and analysis of financial information. Please note, one key to successfully understanding accounting is that it's in the details. You're not only going to learn the concepts of accounting, you're also going to learn the language of accounting, which is the language of business. And as you probably understand, if you went into a Japanese restaurant and the menu was in Japanese, you might order something. Obviously, you could point to something on the menu, but you're not going to know what's going to show up. Maybe it's fish eyeball soup. So you need to understand the language. It's going to be very important here. So essentially, nothing is hard in this course, even though it's one of the most difficult courses on campus. But there is that language that you need to get a handle on, and it takes time. So you need to put the time in if you want to receive a good grade, and I know you all do. That said, let's take a walk around the classroom and get you familiar with what's here. For those of you who've never used Canvas before, when you log into class, this is what you're going to see. There's a nice little introduction here from me. A very comforting, calming, pastoral picture from Italy. Over here on the far left, this is called the Global Navigation Menu. Now for students, basically the only thing you're really going to use, you're going to look at the calendar, which is a calendar. And it's going to show you, if it comes up, maybe not, there we go. It's going to show, obviously, the month, the days of the month, and the assignments that are due. Now, mine isn't because I'm not a student, but let's take a look from a student's perspective. I'm going to come back here, look at student view. So looking from student view, now if we look at the calendar, you can see the assignments. They're all plugged into the days that they're due. So this is kind of an easy way to keep track of what's coming up. Courses, obviously the courses that you're registered with. In this case, I'm going to click here. We come back to the home page. This series of menu items here is called the course navigation menu. Click on home any place in the website and it will take you back to here. Now, syllabus is not what you would consider, or I would consider, a syllabus. If you click on syllabus, it simply gives you all the assignments that have been recorded in here. Now I'm getting, because I'm a teacher, I'm getting some old stuff, but here are all the assignments for this semester and the due dates. So again, like the calendar, it gives you a way to organize your work. Announcements are just that. Now you'll notice there are several announcements already in here. These are, in particular, these are articles that I'd like you to take a look at, websites you might want to take a look at, kind of introduction. I will also put into these announcements sometimes if there are going to be changes in the way the course is going to be structured. I may put extra credit assignments in the announcements. So you want to check the announcements, make sure you're up to date on what's going on. The most important piece here is modules. Modules is the way I organize the class. And actually, we're going to now come out of student view. So modules is the way you're going to work through the class. I'm going to start with course admin. Interesting. I have something to fix here. Here is a link to Connect registration. Now everybody's got to get Connect. Connect is the McGraw-Hill's online resources. All of your homework is in there. There are extra credit assignments in there. There's also an ebook that comes along with Connect. So if you're comfortable just reading from an e-text, That's all you need. You don't have to buy the hard copy textbook. PowerPoints is just what it says it is. It's all the PowerPoints for this text. So you can use those as a study guide. 411 is information. That's why I call it 411. And there are lots of useful links in here. If you're new to taking class online, here's an article, Tips for Taking Online Classes. Zoom, if you're going to do a Zoom meeting, here's all you need to know about Zoom. The student, let's go look at it. The Canvas Student Guide for using Conf4Zoom. Conf4Zoom is what we use in Canvas. Time Management for Dummies. It's kind of a book. I found it very helpful. Having taken my bachelor's and master's degrees after I was married, it was a challenge to meet the responsibilities of the family, meet the responsibilities of my full-time job, and meet the responsibilities of going to school. So Time Management for Dummies has lots of useful information. OSD, Office for Students with Disabilities. And this doesn't mean just physical disabilities. So you might want to go talk to some of the counselors in there. They have some really good people. They're helpful and they're understanding. Let's see. This is a link to tech support. This is a link to a website that I used with my daughter actually when she was in high school for remedial algebra. The website is called Khan Academy. It's free. I donate to it, so it's free. But they cover an enormous, you can see from here, an enormous number of useful topics, especially for some people coming into accounting. They need a little brush up on math. You can get lots of help here for math, for history, for science, economics. It's Khan Academy is a great place for just about anything. Moving on. This is a link to the library, and you'd be surprised how many digital resources the library provides. New to Canvas. Some of you I know are probably new to Canvas. Here is the Canvas Student Guide. That's that link. And finally is a link to my personal cardinal rules for success in school. And we're going to take a look at them right now. Cardinal rule number 1. Read the question 3 times. When you're taking an exam, did you ever get the answers back, or you get the exam back and you say, oh crap, I missed that piece of the exam. I didn't read that question completely. Well, read it 3 times. You'll understand clearly what's being asked for, and you'll see the information that's important in the question to help you get the answer. Cardinal rule number 2, this is something that every student has issues with. If it seems simple, it probably is. Don't overthink it. And finally, number 3, the most important of all, have confidence in yourself and your abilities. Because if you don't have confidence, you're going to wind up doing number 2, overthinking problems, questioning your answers. So that's the cardinal rules. That's the 411. If, by the way, over the course of the semester, if you find other things that are helpful, then please send them to me. I'll add them to 411. It's a growing list of helpful websites and links. So we come into week 1. Week 1 has a homework assignment. There's a SmartBook extra credit. And every week you'll have a discussion. For week 1, The discussion is on an article that I saw about a new company. You'll notice down here, it says to find out which group you are in, go to the class navigation bar on people. So let's go over to people and go to discussions. And here are the two groups, group 1 and group 2. Find out which group you're in so that when you go to the discussion, you know what you have to answer. For week 1, the topic for discussion is to respond to the general idea of outsourcing in this context, possible problem areas, and relate it to other possible job functions that can be replaced. Group 1 will comment on the video. Group 2 will respond to at least 2 people. So you need to know which group you're in order to respond accurately for the first week's discussion. So every week is going to be the same. You're going to have assignments. And notice if it's week 1 is chapter 1 homework, then obviously you have to read chapter 1. So chapter 1 is going to be your first assignment in week 1. Week 2 will be the same. Week 2, there's an extra credit assignment. Discussion is going to be on budgets and so forth. So each week will be set up pretty much the same way. If you follow the modules, you'll be fine. So that kind of takes care of the introduction, at least, to Canvas and to the classroom. Good luck, and I'll see you around class.